Hello everyone, this is Indu. I hope you are doing well. This is the last part of our JWT token based authentication video. So let's start. We have completed register method and now today we will make a login method. User will log in with the help of username and password, and if this is a valid user, so it will return or generate a JWT token. So firstly we will fetch that user. Firstly we will write take a variable user, sorry, will take user is equal. Here we can use async and await context dot users dot first or default async, next lambda expression x dot username dot username is equal dta dot username. Firstly we will find that this user in the database, and here what we can do, here we can fetch user with the help of username. So I also add comment here we can we can fetch the user based on the username, based on the user name. And if that user is in the database, then we can return token, otherwise we can return null value. So here we can add a if condition. If user is equal to null, that user is not in the database, and or this is the or sign, user dot password is not equal to dto dot password, then we will return null value. Otherwise we will generate we will return token. So we need to make a new method here. For now we can return true. Here we need to return that method. uh, so we can make outside here private method. Always we can make our private method in the last, so we can try to add here private method. This method will give us like token, JWT token. We will give this name journey JWT token. Here we will pass user and we can call this method here and pass our user this here and semicolon. So firstly we have to idea, but how JWT token is divided. So JWT token is divided into three parts. It's a structure, header, payload, and signature. So if user is authorized or same username and password is correct in the database, that time we will generate a token. So firstly I will add the comment this method. What will this method do? This method generates a JWT token for the authenticated user. So our what is the our JWT, sorry, we can remove this. What is our structure, JWT token structure? It's divided into three parts. First one is a header, then dot, then payload, and last one is signature. So in the wait a minute, signature. So in the header, we can save our algorithm, like which symmetric algorithm we can use to make this token payload. Here inside the payload, we can store the user information. Last, we will save here like validate every time our token will be unique, and here we can save our keys that we can make here in app setting.json file, this secret key. So we can make here. First step is we can read this configuration here in this page. That configuration we can write here in our app setting.json file. We can read here. To read this configuration, we need to use here. We need to inject private read only. Private read. Sorry. Private read only. I configuration, and it's used to like JWT setting from. We can use this to read this value we use we want to read here in login method, so we can use this I configuration. So I'll also add here comment I configuration is used to read to read control Z to read JWT setting from the app setting dot json file, and also we can put it inside the constructor I configuration, and here also, and we can go down here. Okay, so firstly we will read this configuration here, all the. So firstly we will take variable JWT settings is equal to configuration dot get section. We will get that section, and rounded bracket inside this we can put this section name, that is this one. I can copy this and paste here, and semicolon, it's giving error, so we can check this error, get section. Okay, so this is our step one. Here what we can do here, we can read JWT configuration from our app setting JSON file. This is the step one to generate our token. Step one, we can read JWT configuration from app setting dot json file. And why we want to read this, because this value are used in both token validation and to create a token. So these values are used in token creation of token. When we can create a token, we want to these value, and also for validation, because in which we also put our secret key issuer, like who will issue this token, audience means who will get this a token, and the expire minute, like how much after 60 minutes it this token will be expired. So this is our first step. And our second step is we can get this key. First one, this key. We can get this key. So how we can get this key? Firstly, we will take variable key is equal new metric secret key rounded bracket enter and semicolon outside, and inside this we can write here encoding coding dot utf at 8 get bytes. We can, and here we can take this variable JWT setting, and here we can, inside this we want a key, so we can write like that way. And here we will get our key. So here we can make a key that we can use for the signature key. So we can make this key here, appsetting.json file, and we can call here. And this key, secret key, is used to sign in the token and to verify that token. So I also add here comment. This is a, sorry, here step 2. Step 2, it create the security key that is used for nature, and this key used for the token generator and validation also. So this is the part of JWT signature. So this key is the part of, because it's divided into three parts: header, payload, and signature. I already mentioned here. So this is the part of JWT signature. So this key is the part of JWT signature. And the next one is we can add our payload, where we can add all the credential like username, user password. Next we can add here credentials variable is equal new signing conditions, and here we can pass our key, this key that we can get from appsetting.json file, and here we will define which algorithm we can use. So in a header we can save our head algorithm information, which algorithm we can use. So here we can use a symmetric algorithm 256. And our step 4 is the payload, where we will claim our JWT payload, and where we will save user information. So this is the step 3. This is a, sorry, this is step 3. Here we will define our header and create the, we will define here, will define signing credentials. Also we can save information here, and here we will decide Here we will decide. First one is which algorithm we are using, which algorithm will be used. So we are using this one, HM Smith. 256 bits. So this is a part of JWT header. This information in this part, in this part, we can save information. It becomes the part of the JWT header, and in which we can save. Sorry, so comment, make it comment, in which we can save algorithm information, like which algorithm we are using, like we are using HS, like which algorithm we are using and what is the type. Now we are using JWT token. So this information we can save here. And the next part is step 4, where we will save our claims payload. This is for payload, and we can take a variable claim is equal new list claim. Firstly, here we will take all the user information, like inside the token in payload we can save the user information like username, email, password, role. So we can write here new claim, claim types dot name, comma, user dot username, click on tab, new, another claim is new claim, user id, comma, user dot id dot to string. We need to convert this string. Click on tab. Next one is user first name. It's your choice how much information you want to save. Dot first name, and next one is user dot last name. Dot first name, user dot last name, under bracket, and last one if you want to save the roles, like which role is claim, claim types dot role, comma, user dot role. So this is our step 4. This is the, sorry, incorrectly right here, step 4. Here we can create claims and for a JWT payload. So here we will save the user information, and our next step is like we can save a username, first name, last name, his ID, and his role. All the information we can save here. Next step is we can make a token. This is our step 5. Yeah, this is our step 5. Step 5. Here we can create JWT token. So firstly we will take one variable token is equal new JWT security token rounded bracket enter. Outside this can add a semicolon, and firstly we will take issue, like this value we can get from app setting. Issue JWT setting, this variable we can take above here, this one, and we can get this value, this issuer value. You want this issuer value, audience value, and expire minute here. So firstly we will get this. Inside this you can put comma, outside there, and inside this you can write issuer. Like you need to copy this value, this one value exact, can copy this and paste here, comma, and close the tab, comma, move to the next line, and here we need to write audience, same, copy this, and here we need to put this value, audience value, this one you can copy and paste here. And next one is claim, that we claim, sorry, this one claims, and we can here pass this value, that we can make here variable claims. So I think we need to give this name claims, and here also claims, because we are saving here multiple claims. And expire, next is expire minute, like how after minutes it will be expired. So expires datetime.utc dot add minutes rounded bracket inside int dot parts, and this value again we can get from this JWT setting. So we just copy this and paste inside this, and outside we can add the column and comma, and here we can put this expire minutes, copy this, sorry, we can this one, and we can put this value here, expire minute, and if that not value, that time we will add here. By default we can pass here 30 minutes, sorry, and rounded bracket. So all the things we can write here, and in the last we need to write here comma. Here we will write signing condition, like this is the signature. Here we will pass our credentials. So here it's giving a error. We need to check here. Issue is equal to null. Why it's giving error here? We need to comment there, and okay, we can start here, and here we need to copy Control X, Control V. Okay, so all the things we can write here. We can remove this. Here we will add a semicolon. And the next step is what we can do here. We can generate here JWT tag token, and here it's divided into three parts. I also added here comment in which this token is divided into three parts. First one is create header algorithm comma type, like which algorithm and which type. For example, we are using here type JWT. This is first one. Second one is payload, where we will save a user information. Create payload. We will save here claims plus issuer plus audience plus expiry. This all information we can save here. And the last one is a signature. Third one is a creator. We can generate a signature. Signature using with the help of secret key and with the help of algorithm. So this is all the parts are divided, and our last step is we will return this token. So we can write here after this is our step 6. Step 6, here we will return new JWT security token, sorry, J security token handler. Yeah, this one, rounded bracket dot write line write token, and we can pass the token. So here we will completed this. So when user login with the valid username and password, so it will generate this login. So it will hit this method. I also add here breakpoint. When you have run this, you have a basic idea. So our last step is we make a controller here. Controller, and we will give here controller name or service, and we can call both the method. So firstly we will inject our interface here. Private read only I or service sorry, auth service, and we can make a constructor public auth controller, and here we can make this. And our next step is we need to call both the method register and login. Firstly, we will use a http get http post for register. I don't know why it's giving this error. Can give any name here. Public assign task, and we can use a I action result. Here we can call write the method name and user. Then add the namespace, table namespace, and then we can write here. We can call the method that we can write inside the service is equal, yes, this one. And if all okay, then we can return okay result. We will return that result. Next one, this is for register. Sorry, I mistakenly write register. And next method we can make for login. So every time when we make any credential data and secure data we can use the http post, not http get. So here we can use http post, and we can make a method for login. Okay, and boundary bracket, and we can make a public assign task I action result and login detail. Here we will take a login detail, 100 bracket. Inside this we can pass variable token is equal. Firstly we will call the method that we can make this one, and if token null, if token not equal to null, then we will return token, otherwise we will return null, return a bad request or a return. Okay, so this is we can complete it here. Here we will call this method that we can make here. If that is a valid user, so it will generate a token. Our last step is we need to register this in our program.cs file. Here our service, so builder.services dot add scope. Inside this we can put our interface name, this one. So we have completed all the section. Here we will configuration our JWT setting, and this is our interface. This is our interface and this is our service. The last step is we can make this controller. So here we can use HTTP post. You can see here we are getting data with the help of username and password, but still we are using HTTP post. So when we want to get any secure data, that time we can use HTTP post, not HTTP get. So we can run this API. So here it's giving error. Here it's giving error cannot initiate implemented 5 art service. Okay, here we can write here wrong. Here we need to give here our service name, not interface. Both side I will give my interface name. So program.cs file is the main entry file that our application will be run. So this is the first file that will be run. So firstly we will register one user, try it out, and here we will give a, for example, I am giving a Ram and also surname Ram and username also Ram and password also I will give a Ram and role is admin. Firstly we will check here. So we already added breakpoint here. So here you can get all the information and click on F10 and control F11. Sorry. So it will hit this method. So user register successfully. So this user will be registered successfully. Next step is we can So our next step is we can log in with the help of username and password. So we can try it out and we can pass here username and password. So we will make one user that name is Ram and password also Ram. So we can execute this and it will hit the method that we can make here and so you can see here we can get that method Ram and its ID is equal to 1 and go down. Here it's not null, password also same. So it will generate the token and here firstly it will read the JWT setting. So you can see here we will get both section that we can write here audience, expire minute, ensure and key that we can put here 1 2 3 4 5. So this key will be a 32 characters. We need to add here 32 characters. If you give less than characters, so it will give a error here in the service. So here we will get all the three sections. Go down. Here we will get our claims. So you can see here we will get all the information like username, user ID, first name, last name, and user role. This is username. This is user role, admin. This is user ID, first name. So this information we can save in the token. And then next signature. So this token will be generated. So you can see here, this token we have a header in which algorithm information and which type we can use. Algorithm we can use a symmetric algorithm and JWT type. Second one is a payload. Inside the payload, we can save all the user information like issuer, expire time, audience, last name, user role, and username, all the information. And then last, we also save the signature credential. So here we will use algorithm and with secret key. So every time our token will be a unique. So we will get this token. So we get this token. So like that way we will implement JWT token and this is I will make a very simple so any fresher can easily understand and we don't save our password in a simple word. We need to save this in the hash keywords so no one fetch this password and you also implement role based authorization like any controller only accessed by the user that have a admin role. So that I will cover in the next incoming video. So if this video will be helpful for you, please like, share and comment. This like really helpful for me to making, like motivates me to make the next video. And if you want the clone of this video, you can you need to share this video any your social media platform, and you can send me mail, and after that I will give you I will give you a clone of this project. I hope. Okay, so this is done for today video. Thanks for watching. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Bye bye.